first?
Sure.
2.5 years ago, our 16-year-old son, almost 17-year-old son, he was a month shy from his birthday, died by suicide. And we didn't see it coming. And I guess no one ever does, but...
Not his closest friends, none of his teachers, certainly us. Just no signs at all that we could see. Some days I don't know that we deal with it at all. Some days we just get through the day, and other days are okay. But there's not a day that goes by that it isn't there. It's always present. It's sometimes more difficult to get through things, but it's definitely ever present. And we've relied on friends, we've relied on counseling, we've relied on coworkers. Some have been incredibly helpful. People we thought that would be helpful haven't been, but it's been a combination of everything to get us through.
When you go through something like this, it's important to realize that you are not alone. Since it has happened to us, we have come in contact with so many families who have lost someone to suicide. And in many cases, their story is exactly the same as ours. One day they had a happy, normal relationship, everything was going well, and then everything just fell apart the next day. The tragedy is just, you don't see it coming, and it happens. So for us, knowing that we weren't alone was sort of, I guess, not therapeutic, but helpful.
There was a comfort to knowing that other people were going through or had gone through the same thing. One of the most important things that was said to us at David's memorial service the day before his funeral, or at his funeral, I honestly can't remember, was, "You will not get over this, but you will get through this." And we've come back to that statement constantly. That was from someone who had lost their son, not to suicide, but had lost a son at a very young age.
When you lose a child to suicide, of course, your job as a parent is to protect your child. So when that's taken away from you, when you didn't do that, it's just compounds your grief. I think so much more that you didn't do your job. And there's so much judgment out there that we've had many people stand by our side. We've also had people who've turned away, who've seen us walking down the street, and rather than go through the uncomfortable part of talking to you, they turn and they walk the other way. So there's the whole judgment and the whole stigma that still surrounds suicide.
And the other issue is one of guilt, incredible amount of guilt. Why didn't we see what he was going through? Why didn't we do something about it? So that stays with us still. There's many days when we have that conversation between us. Why didn't we? So that's still there. It has not gone away.
And you have to learn to live with the fact that there will always be questions and you will never have the answer.
Yeah.